Hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I'm joined by Quackity McQuackerton, Kaiju King, TJ.
We need a duck kaiju.
We do
just
need a
like
duck
a straight
kaiju.
up, just like a giant.
We need a platypus. We need a Leviathan to just be a platypus.
You right. You right. He's a dog though.
True. But yeah, we are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. We've got TJ again playing the Numemon deck on the left, going up against Jose with his pre-BT-16 armor deck. We will, spoiler alert, have some Matchplay of Jose playing a buffed up BT-16 armor deck. So for those of you who are wanting to see it at its full power, be on the lookout for it. We do have some pre-BT-16 Matchplay with some proxies ready for you guys, which will be churning out hopefully later on this week or early next week. As with the previous matches that we've recorded this week, this was done at Sully's Abode, which is a card shop that is located in Bolingbrook, Illinois. It's where we usually are every Thursday playing Digi. So if you want to check the shop out or join us in playing Digi, we're usually there about 6:15 every Thursday. The shop itself has got a ton of other locals that they have, ranging from like One Piece, Shadowverse, Vanguard, the whole gambit. So feel free to check them out. It's a great shop, great people. I'll drop their TCG player link down in the video description below, along with our socials, which will have our Discord, our Instagram, our Twitter, etc. So please feel to check those out as well. It's great getting to know everybody and interacting with y'all. So would love to see you there. And last bit of little bit of convincing is if you can hit that like and subscribe button, we greatly appreciate it. Would definitely help us grow and kind of keep bringing out this content for you guys. So if you don't mind, do the clickety click. And without further ado, let's hop right into the round.
So
yeah,
I'm always terrified when I play against Jose because he's so good with armors.
He's got that
so
aura.
Scary. Yeah, he does. It's like a JoJo's character, just like the menacing signs start appearing around him.
Nani?
But yeah, armors like Jose's keeping that armor dream alive right now, and then armor's just skyrockets next set.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And I know that man is grinding. He's going to Peoria, and he's got his eyes on the prize. So I'm interested to see how he does.
Very much so.
I'm also scared to see if I see his name on the pairings, I'm like, oh shit. But he does go in an early Lydra, is able to swing and lives in hitting into a Numemon. You push up your Trumon.
He's forced just to pass, which is really rough.
Yeah. I think here you're kind of free to start doing your wideboard shenanigans.
Yeah, so I think I'm debating which Monze I want to go into. And initially I was going to go Waru, and then I debated on going into the other one. Then I'm like, no, I'll just go Waru.
Sure.
I don't need to worry about too much, because I only run 2 Waru Monze right now, which is what a lot of decks did. But I was like, I don't really need to worry about it all that much. We go Monze X, lets me put out the Chikuri because I can play a rookie. And then I'm able to... Yeah, I neg 6 on it. And then I'm able to swing for 2 checks. Live.
The fact that the Monze X can get plus 2k checks is crazy, in my opinion.
Yeah. He de-digis me, which I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, which is honestly
I think I have
another nicer.
I think it's good for me because I have another Monze X in hand, which I'm pretty sure I'm like debating if I want to go into right now or later. Which I think I opt to...
You have to hold off, it looks like. You just go,
I think I have to hold off because I'd rather respond
to
something on his board, and I just go Nume on the side just to set up another body.
Fair.
Because I was worried about getting bounced if I gave him too much memory.
Sure.
With anything else.
So now you go into the Monze X, you play out the Gare, which allows you to pop the jam.
I'm going to Platinum, and then I'm like, wait, I don't have another thing in hand. Never mind. I'm like, hold up. Too fast.
Hold the horses.
Yeah.
Swing for the 2 checks. And then you swing for...
game.
Yeah, jeez, that's game 1. Look at you go.
Yeah. Nume is such a fast deck, dude. It's so insane how fast it is.
Yeah. It's scary, like... Especially, like, going against that deck, it's like, sometimes, like, turn 2, you're staring down at death. Right there and then.
Yeah.
It's like, well... Shit. What do I do?
Like
Um,
Nume can very regularly win by turn 3.
yeah.
Which
Which
is
I mean, I
just
think goes to
insane.
illustrate like where we're at with these decks. You know, now in this meta, like tempo and speed is definitely the name of the game right now. If you
Yeah.
can go fast, you're pretty much guaranteed to be a very strong deck.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
very
is
much
why
so.
Armors has done well, which is why Nume's done very well. Red Hybrid, you know, decks like that that kind of stay low to the ground and have that consistency to flood the board and just poke, poke, poke. Pretty good chance of doing pretty well.
Yep. So middle of the swing Nume, grab a Manze X off of that, and then bottom deck the other 2. Nume goes to trash. I think at this point I'm debating if I want to swing Uko or not, if I want to keep it around for the inheritable. I have to just leave it, play Gary, get some search going, just try and draw some extra cards. And Jose will go up to 2 because of Davis Ken. I love that alt art, dude. That alt art from Davis Ken's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so he goes Lydra, swings over the Uko to delete it, and then just plays a
Okay.
the
Awakening to go into the
yeah.
starter deck magnet to bounce your guy, which is pretty solid board control right there.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It can't be
kind of-
DP reduced.
Yeah, definitely kind of slows you down a little bit there.
At this point, I'm debating what I want to do. I have to just push out Chu, so I'm like, well, I might as well just get a body on board.
Sure.
Evo into Garymon. And then I think here, I'm debating on going into the, I go into the Manzai. So on Evo, I just minus 3 KDP and second -1 on the Magna until the end of my opponent's next turn. So he was immune to the DP minus before, but now it's live because that protection is no longer there. He just happens judgments me, so I'm just like, oh, okay. So I play out, I just go in the back and then play out the RBO1 Manzai for 7, but then I can place a Numemon from trash as it sources to gain 2 memory, so I just choke him to 1 with it.
Sure. Solid play.
And then I'm able to give the -3 sec -1 again as well because it's also on play. That Manzai is so good, dude. Being a 5-drop level 5 is just so huge.
Yeah. Because it allows you to do so much so quickly in a deck that's already super fast and pretty consistent in terms of like doing what it wants to do. Being able to drop that for 5, stunt your opponent's game plan by doing what you just did with negging checks and minus DP. You can go into Manze X here as you're doing, potentially swing for 2 checks. It's nutty. It's crazy.
Which I didn't have anything to play off his effect. So I have to just go Platinum Nume.
Dirty boy.
I'm able to go ahead and do some swings. I don't think I had anything to trash, so that's why I didn't go into anything. But because it died, or no, it got bounced. That's right. You
Mega Death.
Yeah, so I'm just playing another
again.
Manze. Yep, just sec -1. Just make sure he can't do any damage to me.
Yeah.
He goes up. So I'm like, this is a lot of memory I gave him, but at the same time, he can't swing at my security with it.
Sure.
He will just bounce the Manze back to hand with the Magna. Magna will swing. Have his Judgment. I use that to just pop the other Mag. Yeah. His -12, so works out perfectly there for me.
See another Awakening at the Golden Knight. We go into the BT-8 Magnamon, which on Digivolve allows him to restand. It's a big guy because there are, I think, 2 or 3 armor forms in trash right now.
I think he only had 2.
2. Swings and hits a Satsuki.
Yeah, which I think comes up for me. I think it's very important for me.
And plays a Davis to put you to 4, which is a little rough. Because you're going to gain memory off of Satsuki and potentially Uko if you have the Louis, but right now probably not.
Yeah, so he puts. I go to 5 perfectly. I go to drop the Manze, I consider it, but then I'm like, wait, this actually works. So I drop it, -3k, which it doesn't apply to it just yet, but it's an effect that lingers until end of his next turn.
Right.
So I go Manze X, which lets me play out the. Oh, I don't have anything to play out off of it because I can't play out Nume X, so it has to be specifically a Numemon.
Oh, so it's not Numemon in name. It has to be specifically Numemon.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Like it works with Garymon because Garymon is also treated as Numemon.
Right.
Not as having Numemon in its name. But Nume X you cannot play off of it.
think you're debating here. You do end up just playing out the Nume X.
Yeah, so the cool thing with the Monze X is that the effect lasts until the end of my opponent's next turn. So because I minus the 3k on it earlier, and then I just as long as I play a Digimon by not by the effect, but as long as I play a Digimon.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It gets minus 2k for each of my Digimon until the end of their turn.
Sure.
So it put me in a position where I could minus 6 and minus 9, so it pops the magnet because its DP buff wears off.
So that's not a once returns then, huh?
The Monze X?
Yeah.
No, it's a once per turn. I minus 3 off of the RBO1 Monze.
Oh, I gotcha.
So I on-played that, minus 3 and sec minus
crazy.
1. And then I go Monze X, and then as long as I just play a Digimon, it gets minus 2 for each of my Digimon on board. So I was able to minus 3 and then minus 6, and then both of those minuses linger until the end of my opponent's next turn. And because he's susceptible to DP reduction, as well as his DP dropping at the end of my turn there, it lingers and goes through and pops the magnet on the whole stack.
Jesus,
and then you saw gas as I went for game there as we were talking.
I mean, even with the ice wall, you just 2 checks with Monze, and then you had your 2 bodies on board. I mean, that can't get any faster than that.
He said afterwards, he's like, I think he forgot about Satsuki gaining me a memory because he hard dropped the rookie and played a body. He was like, oh shit, I forgot. He's like, I should have just set you to 2.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, that's just another game just showing how when Nume sees his pieces, it can be so oppressive. It floats so well. It's so hard to deal with.
Yeah. The fact that like even if you attempt to board control you're already wide and intimidating board, you're just like, I don't care because I'm just gonna spit them right back out.
Yeah, exactly.
Which again, like there are ways to get around it, and there are decks that can play around that mantra, but still
Mirage.
Like Mirage. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of decks that can do that, you know. And even then, like even if you do have that, there have been plenty of times, you know, I've played a couple Nume players where like turn 2, like I'm still trying to set up and they've got like 3-4 bodies on board and I've got like 3 security left. I'm like, well,
no, Nume can be incredibly fast and incredibly oppressive. It doesn't, no other deck floats as well as it does right now with the same level of aggression that it has. Right. Which, like, I mean, I made the little cough joke, but like Mirage is a rough matchup because they can bounce everything. Like anything that does like board control that isn't deletion based can be rough. But even then, Nume can just sometimes be so fast that it doesn't care.
Right. And I mean, I think you piloted it well too. You know, I think you definitely like played the deck really well and did really good things. I mean, we've had 2 videos back to back now where you just absolutely just all gas, straight up gas.
Yeah, a lot of it is top deck luck.
Good stuff. Well, I mean, that's card games.
That's card games. That's true. That is how it goes.
But yeah, no, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And as TJ said, you know, this was a very good representation of what Nume can do. If you're curious about his deck list, you know, feel free to ping us in the Discord or drop a comment. You know, we'll be happy to respond. You know, if I can get Jose's armor list, maybe I'll try to put both of them at the end of the video. We'll see. I'll work on that. But if you don't see it at the end of this video, aka right now, just hit us up in the Discord or drop a comment in the video description below and we'll get you the deck lists. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for the support. And hopefully we catch you on the next video. Bye bye.